2909 back for another episode of Reading the Wrong Way. I'm really sorry for the delay in upload. Things have been really crazy around here, and I've also been busy working on things for the upcoming con season. I can't seem to stay away from Wonderland for long, it seems. I can hear the groans, and I know the series has been adapted time and time again in every possible media format. But what if I told you this one was a little different? What if I told you in this one, Alice is actually a boy trapped in a female body? We're jumping back down the rabbit hole one more time in I Am Alice, Bodyswap in Wonderland by Ayumi Kano. The series is rated OT for older teens. This is a good rating based mostly on fan service. While there is violence, it isn't anything above that of a teen manga, but the fan service and concept of body swapping is enough to warrant a higher rating. The series is complete at 3 volumes. Makoto, a male Japanese student, goes to the library to fetch a copy of Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland for his younger sister. When he touches the book, he unexpectedly dives into the world of Wonderland, only things have definitely gone mad. Makoto finds himself stuck in the feminine body of Alice herself. Even more curious are the real Alice is now stuck in Makoto's body. Neither is happy with their situation, and the only way they can return to their original bodies is to go to the King of Hearts castle. So what do you need to know about the series? This series is overall a comedy. From the body swapping to the characterizations, everything about this series screams comedy. There were several more serious stories discussed in the characters' backstories, but they're quickly overwhelmed by a smart remark or fan service. There is some romance, if one could call it that, but it's quite odd given the circumstances. The stories could essentially be compared to a reverse harem, but I won't delve too far lest I spoil a major plot point. Unlike our previous 2 Alice series, Alice in the Country of and Are You Alice, which were both capable of deep plots and heavy reading, this series is very light reading in comparison. Nothing's really taken too seriously, even towards the ending. While this is nothing like the other Alice series I've reviewed, the characters do retain traits that most adaptations keep. Alice herself is actually quite different. Instead of the lost and confused girl we're used to seeing, this Alice is a gun-toting, weapon-obsessed girl who admires her own body from afar. She's strong and doesn't often show any delicateness in her nature. The White Rabbit is pretty down-to-earth, but freaks out every time he realizes Makoto is a boy in a girl's body. The Hatter is coy and flirtatious, as usual. The Cheshire Cat has a childish and carefree nature, and the Dormouse enjoys napping, but unlike his original counterpart, is very headstrong and not really afraid to fight unless it interferes with a nap. And Tweedledum, unlike his original counterparts, is well-mannered and duty-bound. Makoto, an original character, is a genuinely kind guy with a strong moral set of values. The artwork is a little mix of shoujo and shonen in style. All of the characters have very large, expressive eyes. The lines are bold and defined, but not so sharp where you lose the detail and lightness of the character designs. There's a bit of fan service and jabs at Makoto being in a female body, and common to any shoujo storyline, there are random flowery backgrounds at certain romantic moments. The backgrounds are detailed, and when they aren't, we still have beautiful close-ups of the characters. The monsters that appear not only relate to Wonderland, but I found them to be creative and cute as well. There's always a little blurb and a sketch from the author at the end of the book. Now before we depart and I sign off, I do want to note that the manga does have an ending. It just isn't in the book. Similar to Alice in the Country of, this manga is based on a video game, an app called I Am Alice Boy X Boy to be exact. If you'd like more information, I'll post the link down below, but you will need to translate the page as it's in Japanese. I only mention this for those that are bothered by incomplete storylines. To be honest, I wasn't entirely unhappy with the ending that was presented, but I know that can be a bother sometimes. So that's it for our time in Wonderland. If I dive in again, it will most likely be a review of the newer Alice in the Country of spin-offs coming out, but that's a long way down the road. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I'm working on preparations for a con I'll be attending soon, so I can't promise to have a video out on time this month, as that will really be crunch time with the start of con season around the corner. So I hope if you're going to any cons this year, you have fun and get to see the panels and guests you want to. Other than that, see you next time!
When I was given freedom, oh, all I did was play. When I turned back, there was nothing to say. You closed your doors before I could open mine.